Rino, you will be held in solitary confinement until further notice.
Minutes after I received my sentence, I was then sent to the threshold of a corridor's entrance, forced into a hellish existence. I went from intense pain, then commenced to seek instant repentance. My hand served as a surveyor. With no light, I'm sightless. I stand beneath darkness's third layer. Imprisoned as a punishment, now receiving the fate. In a place so desolate, prayers can't even escape. The reason I was here was never communicated clear. 2 minutes in this place appeared like I had waited years. When the lights came on, I was bathing in bladed tears, cause the room had commandeered all of my greatest fears. This ain't Hades, cause it ain't hot. I don't see devils. I saw 3 different escalators that led to 3 levels. I stepped on the first one, making sure to be careful. Saw fluid-filled lines on the walls that looked like blood vessels. That first floor was called confessional. For 24 hours straight, they questioned and pressured you to express the truth. Everything I did, every evil act was tracked on a sheet of black stone. I had to reenact and read it back. Painfully, I suffered as I heard people applaud. I saw every face of every individual that I scarred. Childhood to teenage to adult years. Each woman that ever shed tears over me vindictively appeared. Who I hurt bad despite them loving me, and left them to suffer without the slightest concern for their recovery. I looked at all the people I dissed, begged the torture to cease and desist. Couldn't leave there, shackled my feet and my wrists. Then I was given the proposition to go to the next level or stay in this condition. My selection was to move on, not realizing that the second level was twice as painful and traumatizing. From the moment I put one foot on the next floor, I became sick to my stomach, disgusted by what I saw. People who needed me in life that I chose to ignore stood before me with intentions to even up the score. One of them said, "Do you remember me? I'm the homeless man that you didn't feed. You passed right by me in my time of need, said please, but ended up receiving no love. You was leaving the club, judged me and accused me of being on drugs. But you didn't know that I was a celestial angel on an earthly quest to morally test you. You left and the thought never revisited or stressed you. That one great gesture without question would have blessed you. So now you'll feel the pain of those you never said yes to. For 7 years straight like they did with no rescue. The horror and the fear without letter will infest you. The cycle will repeat itself eternally unless you decide to go to the final stage, but it's your last one. After this, there's no turning the page. I said, let's go, with no idea where I would be sent, knowing this was it. Back to the escalator I went. The last and worst floor was deep as the earth's core. I was more nervous than the first whore to walk inside a church door. I was instructed to sit by a wall with 2 slits, approximately 1 inch in length, 1 inch in width. When they opened up, somebody said, look inside. I was so petrified. I asked if I could decline, it said denied. Chance to survive was put in doubt. I passively looked in and realized that I was really looking out. I saw trees, sunlight, and I rose up. Soon as a glimmer of hope exposed itself, the slits closed up. Once again, I became mindful of my situation. The same voice said, look behind you. And when I did, it was such a burden to see every person from the first 2 levels on the 3rd one. I knew then I messed up and should have chose better. Instead of one at a time, I had to face it all together. How long will I be in this place? Please tell me. Claustrophobic in a small cell where they held me. A voice said, just think and rewind. The whole time you were subconsciously confined in the guilt of your own mind, and these 2 slits are your eyes. So understand, if you continue to persecute, these thoughts will stay in you. But something had to teach you. We had no authority over your brain. You contain the power to release you.